welcome to RPGFan Sunday streaming for Sunday, July 16th, 2017. Today I am your host. Well, every day I am me, but only today am I the host of the stream. John Tucker, Tucker on the boards. Gonna be playing some of the Rise of the Necromancer DLC for Diablo 3. Been playing it for a little while now, since it came out, and really enjoying it. Put up a review on the site just a few days ago, and a positive one. I said you should get it, not to steal my own thunder, but so I thought it would be fun to play some today. I've got a character, as you can see, who is level 70 Necromancer. She's got some pretty good equipment, and I think she does pretty well. I've been running with her in what's it called, Torment 10. Just this morning I moved up from 9 to 10. She's been doing okay. Been running a lot of rifts with her. Not really, I haven't really been doing any, just running around doing quests and things. I really need to, because I got a lot of uniques that need their properties extracted. But what I thought I might do today is start out by starting a new character, and we'll come back to this beefy level 70 character in a little while, and thought maybe take a look at the challenge rift also. I think it's a rift, yeah, because that's a new feature. It's not specific to this DLC, if I understand correctly. It's just a new feature as of the current patch. You see I got a bunch of guys out here. Got a level 12 witch doctor who I guess I need to level up sometime. I don't know. He is as weak as he looks at the moment. Level 70 monk, a level 70 hardcore barbarian, and a hardcore wizard, crusader, a witch doctor. I think she was my first main character. And then demon hunter. Oh no, maybe he was my first main character. That's a dude. And then a wizard who I need to finish leveling up. Tried everybody at this point, gotten one of everybody up to level 70. Let's let's do a necromancer. I already have a girl, so why not? Let's make a hardcore necromancer. See how that goes. I do not know if it will work out or not. Hey, Menisk. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm going to go with that name they gave him. I do that most of the time. Bulkatron was one of the ones that I did not. Obviously, that is a name I picked myself. I'm going to just start him out at normal difficulty. I'm not going to take advantage of any of my loot that I have, or Paragon levels or anything for this guy. I'm really gonna make him go it alone. I will give him the I will give him that pet that comes with the DLC, because I like having that guy run around and pick up gold for me. I'm not wasting my time with that.
Grows must also wither and die.
We'll watch the opening cutscene here.
What dies and rots will then nourish the living. This is the great cycle of being, and we, the priests of Rathma, use our dark art to protect it. Though most do not understand us,
Golem.
we go where we are needed. My master has learned that a star fell in the west, drawing the dead from their graves.
That's our cue.
He commands me to journey to Tristram and return them to their rest. For if the cycle is not upheld, it would mean the end of all things.
So there you go. Necromancer just wants to make sure stuff keeps living and dying.
Near the fallen star, and the dead it raised.
Let's get that pet out. That's the only pet I have. I can't believe it. I could sell him for $1. Why would I do that? That's terrible. I gotta turn on any wings or anything either. It seems to I don't know, just kind of gets in the way. So there's a couple of things right off the bat. That's my first skill for attacking. And then this thing that it leaves behind is a corpse, which I cannot do anything with yet, but I'll be able to later. Oh, that guy got too close. I was almost in a tiny bit of peril with these level 1 dudes.
I have come to...
Yep.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
I'm guessing that folks have either
They keep coming.
played Diablo 3 some already who are watching, or already know that the storyline in Diablo is not usually that important or great.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before.
I'm not saying it's a total waste, but...
Find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Yeah, I got minutes asking, will this go until I die? If I die, then I'll just like switch right away to another character. But yeah, at the moment, my plan is just play this for a little while, show you what it's like being early level Necromancer, and then we'll jump over to my level 70.
Near the ruins of the cursed town.
Are you Leah?
I did. Came back.
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Oh no!
This is killing
There.
business.
This is killing business. I'm sure it is. I'm going to get all these journals for free experience.
The dead will overwhelm us all.
Yes. That is why.
Thank you.
So yeah, the next thing they gave me is Bone Spear, which is a classic Diablo 2 Necromancer skill. Mentioned this in my review of the DLC, but yeah, the Necromancer is definitely my favorite character
I admire.
I have
Well, I have. They're attacking
in Diablo 2, and I was sad when it didn't return.
There. That's one of the
But,
wretched bodies. There are more of them in the ruins down the
I had
road.
fun with the Witch Doctor. It was a sort of replacement Necromancer, raising pets and minions and stuff. But I was pretty excited to see this one come back as the real thing. You can see he's doing pretty well. I mean, with even the equipment that's, just what they handed him, and not using any of my equipment or any of my Paragon levels. That guy's taking a few hits. But the thing I like about this, so this is actually the skill, although I had a rune applied to it. This is the skill that I use with my level 70 character as my main attack. I like that it hits like a whole area. It's killing me not to be able to do anything with these corpses, because you don't get those skills for a little while. But right now I can't. Pick up some paints. Reptilian, that's a good modifier. I don't remember exactly what it does. Oh, 3 life per second. Okay, that's good. We like life per second as a hardcore character, especially. Oh, no, I got hit. Wow, it's rough starting out, isn't it? You got like no options. just like... I just picked up a gray item and put it on. I mean... But that bone spear does pretty good damage. As you can see, it's taking people out in one hit, and it pierces through a whole line of them if there is a whole line to pierce through. So, I'll tell you what. This is going a little slow, so let's do what I said I wasn't going to do. And let's use my Paragon skills points. Now, in Hardcore, I don't have that many. In Hardcore, I'm only level 55 Paragon. In regular, I'm like 379, I think. Gosh, we'll go with Life Regen. Maybe should go with Resist All or something, but that's okay. Any damage resource cost. I'm not generally doing stuff that costs a lot of resources, so we'll go with life per hit also. We're going to make this guy
I cannot afford that.
Regenerate as much as he can. When I get back to town, I'll apply
I've heard
some
the rumors, but I thought them just fancies of bored women.
some
I
skills.
saw them dragging people through the
Oh
streets
no, I can't.
today.
I can't do that in story mode. Only adventure mode.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding
All right, there we go. That's doing a little better.
Grisly sight, a heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching,
I could probably go back to town and buy something better, or
there's a new Tristram before it's too late.
have a better piece of what do you call it? Have something like a better weapon crafted for me, but I don't know. It'll take a while to walk back there, so we'll keep going a little bit till we get to the next waypoint, and then we'll go down and get some better. Oh, maybe this chest will help. I can tell I'm early in the game because I'm saying that. Oh man,
My power has grown.
there's an event going on this weekend, by the way, if you play Diablo 3, where finally I got Corp Explosion. This will be fun. There's an event going on this weekend where you get double experience, so that is useful for a time like this. Corpse Explosion is pretty great. It just blows up a corpse. They changed it from the way that it worked in Diablo 2. In Diablo 2, it did a portion. It did damage based on the HP of the enemy, and so that meant it was really inconsistent and frustrating to try and use. In 3, oh, there's the well. In 3, it does damage based on the your weapon damage, which is pretty standard to the way most Diablo 3 skills work, and that is very helpful because it means you get, there we go, you get consistent damage, you get predictable damage, and it also means, and I mentioned this in my review, it also means that when you have one of those stupid little trash mobs of a million weak guys who you got to kill to get to the strong guy, you just wave after wave of exploding corpses. This read my review. Thank you very much. I mentioned this on the post about this stream, which I don't know if folks read those or just pop in here because they know it's going on anyway. That will probably be my last review for a while. I might come back and pick up some old some codes for games that nobody else was interested in picking up, but for now I have I'll be putting down my keyboard and stepping away from the site. Been at it for 10 years. See, there we go. You get like these waves of kill a bunch of guys. That gives me a bunch of corpses. It'll let me kill a bunch of other guys. I love it. But life has gotten chaotic, and I've got a new job in terms of paying gigs, and just need to step down. So I had to take the chance to do one last review for something fun like this, and one last stream too. No, I don't need the money bad enough to pick that up. Well, I'm glad somebody, glad you read those. I like to think that they're useful to us, to folks, to have that post every week saying who's streaming and what they're streaming, but I'm never sure. The other thing is, over the last couple of years, we have on the back end, we've made a lot of improvements to kind of how we go about what we do.
Rathma has blessed me
to make things easier to manage and easier to maintain, and we're working on more of that. I know folks have probably heard us talk about making a new version of the site a bunch of times, but we've made everything simpler
Ogden and his
for the
wife
team,
have offered to
so
let me and grandmother continue to stay with
need
them. I think
the
we
level
will,
of
now that the troubles are
just sort of
over.
administrative
I am still
stuff that we used to
tormented by
need.
horrific nightmares. I keep hoping they will fade, but they seem to be getting stronger.
So, Necro, you asked what the Necromancer uses. I'm going to switch over to the Skeletal Mage instead of Bone Spear. Bone Spear is cool, but Skeletal Mage pops up for 6 seconds and does some damage to people. Necro has a scythe weapon. I think both one- and two-handed scythe weapons that are unique. And then they have unique shield hand item.
interesting.
Let's see. Like, he started out with that scythe. Was that a one? Yeah. That is a terrible looking shield, my man.
I've dug out a right good bunch of things for you.
Oh, I forgot. I always go and repair my stuff, but don't need to yet.
We'll need to open the...
It's let's see if I... Oh, got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't have anything because this is my... Because this is hardcore, so I wouldn't have anything yet in here that he would use. I have some stuff waiting to be used up in my other character. Anyway, that's sort of low-level Necromancer. That's only a limited amount of fun. So I'll tell you what. Let's bail out of this. I'll come back to this guy and raise him up to level 70 later on. But let's switch back to Vera the Necromancer, which I thought was so funny I had to stick with that name. She's in adventure mode, Torment 10, like I said before. Let me show you what I got here. That's like a regular Yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. So what they do, they kind of showed it in the opening cutscene where they have like a heart floating above their hand, or like a skull or something floating above their hand. Let's take that out and I'll equip it, even though that'll take off my thing. You can kind of see there's a weird bell skull thing floating in front of her hand. But put that away. Yeah, so what she is wearing is no, that's the wrong tab. She is wearing the Grace Venarius set. The full set, all 6 pieces. Actually, just this morning, I picked up the last piece of one of the other Necromancer sets. This one, my gut tells me they're going to make some tweaks to some of these things in the next patch. The full set, so one of the skills is bone armor. I think they had that in Diablo 2. And they got it again in this one. It rips bones out of your enemies and puts armor on you that it decreases the damage you take. It sort of stacks up to 10 times. But when you use it, it damages your enemies and it applies armor to you. So it's nice. This set, it increases the damage that it does to 1,000% weapon damage. It also increases the amount of damage reduction you get from the armor. But the best thing is, if you have the full set, bone armor also activates a swirling tornado of bone, damaging nearby enemies for 750% weapon damage and increasing the damage they take from you by 2,750%. That's a lot. That's a lot of percents. So what I have focused on with this armor, with this character, is just trying to sort of make her really dangerous to stand by. I've never been like a real min-maxer kind of person, so I'm not going to say that this is the optimal build, that there's no better way I could have done this, but I'm having fun with this, and I've been tweaking stuff a little bit as I've got different equipment that has made that work. I've made myself a Hellfire amulet just because I hadn't gotten that trophy yet, and it worked out okay. I applied the Wreath of Lightning legendary gem to it. I've got that up to level 34 at the moment, so I like that one. It makes it so when I hit people, there's a 15% chance that I'll just get lightning around me, kind of like the conduit pylon in the adventure mode in the Rifts, if you have played that. And I get to run faster. The Gain the Serration passive that you see there is from the Hellfire amulet. That's a passive that makes your some of your bone-based skills do more damage. On my rings, I've got Molten Wildebeest Gizzard that regenerates life, regenerates 50,000 life per second. Right now I got it at level 40, and I get an Absorb Shield for 200% of my life per second after not taking damage for 4 seconds. The other item there, or the other one there, gain 191% increased damage. That's from the ring. It's the Convention of Elements ring, and it just rotates through every 4 seconds. It switches which element I'm getting bonus to. You'll see that popping up on the screen all the time. And then the third gem, what do you call it? The third gem I'm using is the Teardrop of the Starweaver. Has a 15% chance on hit to smite a nearby enemy for 4,500% weapon damage and heal me for 30% of my maximum life. It's at level 25, so it also smites a nearby enemy every 3 seconds. But this is the reason that I'm wearing this ring is the last one. Briggs's Wrath ring carries the final thing there of uncursed enemies are pulled to the target location when a curse is applied to them. Let's see, do I have anything else that's cool? The Insatiable Belt picking up a healing go increases your maximum life. The Butcher's Carver doesn't really have a cool thing on it. It just had good stats, so I'm using it at the moment. So then over Molten Wildebeest gives are a group of words used way too rarely. More games need to have them. Yeah, I'm with you. Some things are fun to just fun to say. So main skill, I use this bone spike still with the bone pillars. It just hits 3 people instead of just having one little spot. I was using a different one earlier where it froze people, but I don't know. I changed away for whatever reason. This is the big thing here with my curse. So I got that ring that makes people get sucked into me when they get cursed. And I am using this curse skill. It's an aura that, with the rune that I've got on it, it's an aura that curses everyone within 15 yards. It kills people who who have less than 15% health. So I run around, and you'll see this. People get cursed, sucked into me, and then they're getting hit by that tornado of bone armor. So it all seems pretty good. Corpse Explosion, still using that one because I love it. And I'm using this rune that freezes anybody caught in the explosion for 2 seconds. So I blow people up. They're probably standing right next to me. They get frozen, and they're still getting hurt by being near me and cursed. There's my bone armor. So I should see if there's a different rune I want to use for that. No. Maybe. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, let's try. No, I don't like that. That's 20% health. That's a big health cost. I got a golem running around with me just because I like having somebody as a necromancer. My old Diablo 2 necromancer was a zookeeper. I stuck around with a million skeletons and like revives all over the place, and but with this build, it makes more sense to not have that. But I do like having a golem there to kind of distract people. What else do I got? Death Nova. A Nova that unleashes 350% weapon damage is poison to all enemies within 25 yards. I'm going to change that because I use that a lot. Each cast increases the radius of your next Nova by 5 yards up to 2 times. That's pretty good. Linger patch on the blight on the ground. Oh, that's also good. Now, let's try Bone Nova for a little bit. We'll see how that goes. So I got, in terms of passives, I really don't love the passives for the Necromancer. There's a lot of them that I'm just like, meh, whatever. I wouldn't want to use that. But so I have this standalone, which gives me bonus armor based on how few minions I have. I've just got the 1 minion. So I'm getting 90% extra armor. Bone Prison. This one's pretty cool. You see it even impact like bosses and stuff. Like Bone Spear, Bone Spikes, which is my main attack, and Bone Spirit have a 30% chance to trap enemies in a bone prison for 3 seconds. Swift Harvesting increases attack speed on my main attacks. Final Service is one that like a number of classes have. When you take lethal damage, you're sustained, preventing all damage for 4 seconds. All minions are consumed to heal you for 10% of your life. This effect cannot occur more than once every 60 seconds. Where do I got Serrated? That's the one that I'm getting for free. There it is. Serration, Bone Spikes, Bone Spear, and Bone Spirit deal increased damage for every 1.5 yards away from you up to a maximum of 20%. And then in my Kunai's Cube stuff, I've got Scourge, which gives me a 45% chance when attacking to explode with demonic fury. Since I'm trying to get people to stand near me, that works really well. I found that I was dying a lot in the rifts from just getting sort of trapped, so I put on the illusory boots that let me just walk through people. And then Rogar's Huge Stone, which increases my life per second by up to 100% based on my missing life. So anyway, that's my setup. That was probably way too long an explanation, but just showing you all the nifty stuff that we got here. And I'm using the Enchantress because I think it's really funny to see her turn everybody into chickens. So, tell you what, a couple things we could do. We could run out here and check out one of the new areas, the Shrouded Moors, which leads to the Temple of the Firstborn, I believe. I could be remembering wrong. I haven't done a lot with them.
I've seen so many heroes like you. It's always more fun to have alongside.
So here's the bone armor. You can see it makes that tornado and it sucks bones in from everybody. And this says they should let you turn enemies into goats, and then Max would play. He definitely would. He would love that. He's got to love the area with the goat men, right? Where you get to kill the goat men. So that's the new look for, let's see, what was that? Oh, that was my bone armor. I forgot which button I pushed all of a sudden. Here's the other one, the Nova. Oh, I like that. And then let's explode some people. This is my one thing that I don't love is that sometimes it's hard to aim the corpse explosion. So I don't know if you saw, there's a couple times there I tried to explode people, but I sort of aimed at the wrong thing, and so I missed. I didn't hit anybody. You can see they have different, some new enemies here. I'm getting a lot of these Night Howlers. They're not the only enemies in this area, I swear. This is, you're asking about the... So there's another thing that I could hold in my hand, a little jar. Oh, looks like I got at least one Paragon point to put in here. I tend not to pick up stuff at this point. Oh man, I let my armor dissipate. That's terrible. That's like my main thing here, is use that armor. So those birds are kind of like the birds in Act 2. They have nests, and if you disturb the nests, then they die. Oh, that guy there was because my helper, sorceress girl, is carrying a sword that summons a demonic helper every so often. The little rune above everybody's head is because they got cursed. What is this? A little side area here. Oh, something going on. So there's the effect of that, everybody gets sucked in when they get cursed.
I hope you haven't brought bad fortune on yourself, destroying things like that.
Oh, I imagine I have. I just didn't sit here hammered on the corpse explosion. I don't remember in Diablo 2 how many corpses exploded at a time when you did corpse explosion. In this one, it is up to 5. These crow hounds are the other thing you see a lot of in this new area. these guys like to jump in anyway, so it works out for me that they that I want them near me. What I'm finding,
Here's one we can only tackle together.
the guys who cause me trouble are people who attack, like do a lot of ranged attacks, or do things that hurt you if you stand in one place a lot. Ooh.
You killed a lot of enemies by now, huh? Maybe even more than me.
Yep. Kill a lot of people. That's my job. That is one I do not know that I've seen before. Corrupted Ashbringer. Chance to unkill. To raise a skeleton to fight for you, accumulating 5 skeletons. They each explode for 1000% sword damage, and the sword transforms into Ashbringer for a short time. Attacking with Ashbringer burns your enemy. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I don't want to use it because it'll drop my damage a lot, but I'm going to have her use it and see how that goes. That looks interesting. See, how much did that... oh, yeah, that was a big hit. She took a big hit from that, but that's okay. You see that's a crossover between me and her, or between her and another game?
Your death nears.
Because I know they do like to do that. There's a chance in the rifts that you'll come up against a group of enemies from Left 4 Dead, and with this build, man, I mean, I guess those guys are probably bad news for anybody, but especially with this build, it kills me. Because they throw a lot of poison globs that just poison the area you're standing in. Ashbringer is a sword from World of Warcraft. Thank you very much. I did not know that. Somehow I avoided ever getting into World of Warcraft.
You will make a fine.
That was a deliberate choice. Same as I have avoided getting into Final Fantasy XIV. No matter how much my colleagues have told me I really should check it out. Because it does look pretty cool. Alright, she does not appear to be accumulating any skeletons. You know, why not? I'll do it for a little... Oh, wait, except... Yeah, you know what? I don't care. I'll do it for a little while.
Magnificent.
And, hopefully I won't die. Hey, grave robbers, I have approached you. Minix says Ashbringer is in fact a legendary sword in World of Warcraft. A lot of history to it, so that's maybe I should have heard about it. Even so, I'm not seeing any skeletons yet. And I'm figuring that I would notice if I had them. That seems logical, right? I disturbed some eggs, so I should be seeing some guys. Isn't not being into Final Fantasy XIV blasphemy around our offices? Yeah, pretty much. But they let me get away with it because I'm in charge.
I must wait longer.
Oh yeah, can't use my potion again because I just used it.
I can't do that.
Oh, there we go. I'm a little outclassed, honestly, in this difficulty level at the moment. Said I just jumped up to it, and when things get messed up like this, it is bad news for me. Well, you're gonna do it by running away for a little bit. That's how you're gonna heal. Oh, I gotta get out of this.
That needs to recharge.
I always forget to use my golems special skills. So golems and skeletons, what they do is they just passively happen in this game. That's a nice thing. In 2, you're always having to worry about like summoning skeletons. Oh, there we go. From dead enemies and stuff. If I'm remembering right. In this one, they just every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, a new skeleton is summoned until you have up to 7. And then when you have 7, then they just run around doing their skeleton-y thing. There we go. So this is the new area.
Give it more time.
And just having to see, like I said, a little bit outclassed because everybody's just they're taking too long to kill here. Yeah, I think I am going to change my sword back because I have not seen any skeletons yet.
You've made a lot of alliances in your time.
And really hurting for that. I mean, that was a big go. It's like 25% of my damage.
My power has grown.
So it's a big hit to take. I'm trying to see it. I think that... Oh, there's a cursed chest.
I must wait.
That Nova skill is the only thing that I do that actually consumes resources. It's interesting with this character. There's a lot of stuff that they do that does not consume resources. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, a lot of those guys. I probably will not accomplish my that goal.
Give it more time.
I'll survive, probably, but I don't think I'm going to get that 100 enemies. I noticed my sorceress helper dies a lot. She does not have good enough gear or something. Doing all right here. What's the?
Give it more
nope,
time.
I didn't make it. I was just thinking, oh, let's see what the timer says. Timer says you ran out of time. I think I got 64. That's okay. There, she's back. See if I can just at this point. I'm not sure if there's an exit from this area to the other area or not. But I suppose I don't have to wait and find out. In adventure mode, I can just move wherever I want, which is really nice. Hey, Max is here. We were talking about you earlier. Okay, so let's see. Does this take me? Yeah, that took me out. So this is the other part of the new area that was added in this patch. Like I said, I don't think this is from the DLC. Those guys are interesting because sometimes they are, you know, there are enemies in them, and sometimes there's loot. So they're kind of a fun little who knows what's going to happen. This is really, I mean, some of this stuff is really made to just highlight those Necromancer skills, like Corpse Explosion, where they're like, here's 1,000,000 really weak guys, just blow them all up, it'll be fun. Oh yeah, we were, I was saying that I like this, having this helper, the sorceress girl, because I like that she turns everybody into chickens, which I find amusing. And Manitz said that if she turned them into goats, you would be down with that. And I said that you would definitely like the part in Act 2, I think it is, or maybe it's Act 1, where you're fighting the goat men. I don't know, Max, do you play Diablo 3? Exabra is the Bloodborne. So you can see when you have these kind of trash mob enemies, which is a bunch of weak guys, they're super great for Necromancers. Because whatever skills you're using, as long as you have some kind of area of effect damaging, thing, you can kill a bunch of them and then just explode them. Or if you're
that needs to recharge.
If you're using the revive skill, which is also back, you can just revive people. They did some good things with the runes on the revive skill, where you can make it so that when revive is the same in this game as it was in Diablo 2, in that the enemies that you revive only stick around for a certain amount of time.
Give it more time.
In this one, when they die again, you can make them leave a corpse that you can then either revive again or explode. So either way, it means you're not having to pick between exploding them and reviving them, which is really nice.
For this knowledge.
Have you? It seems like it's only been a few minutes. So Scott, you play, Scott says this game looks really weird on console. You play it on PC, I take it. I don't know, having played both, I really like it on console, because my mouse skills are not the best. So on PC, I find myself always misclicking. I'm always trying to run away and instead clicking on an enemy, But on the PC, I think that would help with. I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here yet. I mentioned that there are
not fear.
there are times where there are kind of aiming issues with stuff, with like corpse explosion in particular, where maybe I'm not facing the right way, and so it explodes. You see, it puts that thing on the ground there where it's exploding. So if I'm not facing quite the right way or whatever, then it might not explode anybody useful. So that can be frustrating when you're in a situation where things aren't going well. Playing that, what do you call it? I was playing hardcore a little earlier. I should mention a little shout out to one of the other RPGFan folks. I saw on Facebook that news head Peter Triesenberg got character up to level 70 for the first time in hardcore today. So congratulations to him. I asked him what class it was, but I did not see before I started the thread if he had answered, or before I started the stream. I didn't see if he'd answered, so. Oh. All right, jerk face. You just got to go down now.
Can't do that.
There we go. I'm so used to playing rifts all the time. I'm like, where are my orbs from killing a mini boss type dude? But you don't get them in the regular game because you don't need them. I'm not trying to really like explore this whole area. I'm trying to get to the next level. Oh, a 5-hour drive. I have done one of those just recently, and by the time you're done with it, you're really wishing you were done with it. Max said he was in the mountains after a 5-hour drive with his girlfriend, and instead of enjoying the view in the mountains, they're watching me play video games. Well, I appreciate your dedication. I don't know, folks who are watching, your opinion. This is a very different game, but I don't know what your opinion on Kingdom Hearts is. But they released that new trailer yesterday for Kingdom Hearts 3, due to arrive theoretically sometime before the heat death of the universe. They're now saying 2018. I'm not sure anyone believes that, but that's what they're saying. I mean, although that said, I would definitely rather. All right, I have picked the wrong path consistently here. I would definitely rather have a complete awesome game than a game that got rushed just so it would come out. It's hard as a fan of the series waiting. But I was talking to somebody about how the new trailer showed Toy Story World, and saying it's crazy to think that what is being rendered in real time on my PlayStation at home now looks better than what took hours to render a single frame of when the original movie came out in the theaters. It's crazy.
I must wait.
Scott says he'll believe it the day before the release date and when it ships from Amazon. Yeah, that sounds about right. Max says he couldn't miss watching at least a bit. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thanks.
The grave beckons.
I already talked when it was, I think maybe just Minisk here about, it's probably my last one, so, here's a more book.
Humans have traveled far, even to my lands. Humanity is regaining its power, and the Nephilim are reborn. People say they have defeated Diablo and Malthael and secured peace on Sanctuary. My brothers and sisters did not believe it. No mortal could do so much. But I would know more.
I have to say that is actually a kind of an interesting thing with this, of bringing the Necromancer in, where you're, you know, fighting against death. Max says that he will spam me with PMs to do some more streaming or something. Well, like I said, I'll probably come back and I'll pick up some reviews and stuff later on. But for right now, got to do a little chaos management. Get things going in my new job and stuff. Alright, so there we go. We have, oh, and there's that bone prison that I have turned on.
He bade us find the favored children of heaven and drain their blood. The children are few and their strength is great. We take them unawares, unarmed or asleep, and open their veins. The blood flows into the temple, and our master smiles.
Man, jerks. This says maybe what is taking so long with Kingdom Hearts 3 is trying to make the story make sense with the previous games. That is a serious challenge. I do not envy whoever's job it is to, you know, make some semblance of an attempt at continuity. It's confusing. It's, you know, just all around hard to follow. And I know that, you know, there are folks who do not like that series for any one of a number of reasons, but I do, and that's okay. If other people choose not to, that's all right.
There you are.
What?
Don't tell me that
That
you never
guy
suspected I
who
was more than what
walked
I've
around
seen.
with us in the last
It was the
area
only
is
way that
here?
I could get close to you. And now we're about to get much closer.
Got that Chemco bundle, huh, Max? I have been really trying to, Vidian, Lord of Envy. I don't know see, there we go, bone prison on a big guy. I don't know in a million languages, but I know that in Spanish, the word for envy is envidia. So that's probably pretty close to the way it works in Latin.
Weakness consumes you.
No, I'm just gonna kill you and then I'll leave. You're not gonna stop me, buddy.
You will make a fine corpse.
Make me some fireworks here. Yep, I have a lot. Ooh, unique, or set ring. I bet it's one I already have. Let's check these out. What did we get? Max says Anne Avenger may be the worst game I played. I do not know that one, so... and yeah, apparently, you said there's so much on screen. Yeah, apparently, that is that's a thing with that they did with this class. Is they actually made it so they tweaked how things work for you so that you see all kinds of craziness. But if you're playing multiplayer, the other player doesn't see quite as much craziness. They don't get all the like particle effects and stuff that you do. So, yeah. So what do I got here? The Legacy of the Undaunted from the Legacy of Nightmares set. While this is your only set bonus, every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage by 100% and reduces your damage taken by 4%. That's cool. Not what I'm going to use because I really like my set. Blackthorn Spurs. I was wearing that set before because I really like being immune to Desecrator, Molten, and Plagued ground effects. But now I am not. So let's see. Let's go back to town here for a minute. We'll take care of some housekeeping. Yeah, I should at least check. I'm going to put that away. I should check these against those ones. Yeah, these are better, and no doubt those also are level 70. Yep, so I'll take those ones out and get rid of them. Okay, Wailing Host. Oh, I have 2 copies of the Wailing Host, but they're in alphabetical order, so I do not have a Litany of the Undaunted. So that's cool. This Focus and Restraint are another set. I don't know if they're old or new. I hadn't seen them before, but they're an interesting set. When you wear them both, when you hit with a resource-generating attack or primary skill, you deal 50% increased damage for 5 seconds. Sorry. When you hit with a resource-spending attack, deal 50% increased damage for 5 seconds. So either one, you get increased damage. Max is heading out. Thanks for showing up for a little while, buddy. So yeah, I got a bunch of rift stones. Let's go do a rift. Let's see. I had a rough time at level 50. Let's go with the last one I played, which is level 47. I still may get my tail kicked here, but come in here anyway. These Mallet Lords are always trouble for me because they hit hard.
Give it more time.
Oh. There we go. Get some corpses to explode.
My insight grows.
I think that's maybe why I picked the stunning rune. There we go. There's some more guys. Oh, and they include boss type dude.
That needs to recharge.
That's my golem. Oh, I started saying this earlier. It's really easy to get distracted from whatever you're trying to say in a game like this. There's one of the things in this game, so your skeletons and your golem all just happen passively, but then you can hit their button to make them do a thing. And in this case, I have the... don't do that. I got all those guys right where I wanted them.
I must wait.
You, in this case, my golem does a bone tornado attack. I gotta get out of this poison. But you can have him do other stuff like hurl a ball of ice. at people, which is pretty cool. The skeletons, when you use their active attack, it makes them run over and attack a specific enemy, which is usually useful. I am not doing well on time here, am I? Well, let's see if I can... Oh yeah, conduit pylon.
All must serve the cycle.
I like conduit pylons the best. There's enough other guys to make it worth a while to come over here.
Your death nears.
And then we'll run on to the next area. So yeah, depending on the enemies that show up, I think I may have said this before, depending on the enemies that show up for me in these rifts, sometimes things go really well and sometimes things go really poorly. Like I said, with other stuff, trash mobs are super great for necromancers. People who hurt me when I stand in one place, not so good, because I'm kind of based around standing in one place. You can see there the effect of corpse explosion having people freeze, taking effect on people. Alright, I'm a little ahead of the counter, which is good. Not enough time really to take care of... Oh, that was great.
This world can abide you no longer.
I'm sorry, I'm sure that I keep like starting to say things and then stopping in the middle of a sentence. But you guys know where I'm going with stuff most of the time, probably anyway. So anyway, if I'm lucky, then this will be one of those times where the enemies are good for me, and I do not get my butt kicked all the time. And here's some more guys. All right, cool. So this is the other thing, is if it's an area where they just have a few, like groups of a few guys at once, that's not good for me. I want like huge mobs of people attacking me. So I have to kind of kite people a little bit to pull them in, so that I can get a bunch of people together. But that ring that makes people get sucked in when they get cursed is a big help in that area. Alright, this is jerk throwing stuff at me. There we go. That takes care of him. Now I'm kind of curious with the rifts, if these levels are kind of set up so that no matter which direction you ran, if you went far enough, you would find an exit. Speed pylon's pretty good too. I don't like it quite as much as the what do you call it? The conduit pylon. But it is also good because it lets you attack faster. Oh, I'm cursed somehow. That's a curse of mud. Come on. I have to bet that the curse of mud slows you down, and that pylon was the only thing keeping me going at a reasonable pace. So that was good timing. I know I could look and see what the curse does, but in a timed thing, I do not want to risk it. There we go.
I must wait.
Oh, I got a bunch of new followers here in the last little bit. Thank you, everybody. That is much appreciated. Come on. This is why I really liked being immune to to Molten, because I don't like having to like run away so I don't get killed or burn up. I have that. I have a passive skill. I think I showed these kind of off really early on. I have a passive skill that, like a lot of classes have, where every 60 seconds, if you were gonna die, other stuff can happen instead. I have that equipped. I don't want to burn that on nothing. You know. Alrighty. I think I'm in pretty good shape now. Earlier on, I was a little concerned that I was not going to have time to finish off the Rift Guardian when he finally showed up. But yeah, it's saying I'm going to have like 7 minutes for it now, I think. So. There we go.
Give it more time.
The grave beckons.
There we go. Nice group of jerks. Down the tubes. And on we move to the next area. I don't like this floor. I know it's dumb. Probably everybody has those areas they do not like. But I don't know, just something about the way these are laid out. I seem to kind of go down more dead ends than I would. Oh, there's a good mob. Yeah. Let's get these guys. What are we getting? Yeah, we're getting kind of close to the Rift Guardian here. Walking through those spider webs. There we go. I'm not even gonna bother with that single guy. There we go. Get some more guys here. Set up some fireworks. Yeah, there we go. Just hammering on that corpse explosion. Oh, don't go out that way. Go back towards those corpses. That'll be fun, right? Yeah, you're doing all right healing yourself. Yeah, this guy's definitely going down within the time limit. Oh, that was close. Alright.
My bag is full.
Pick up some stuff. Pants, potion, amulet, bell, phylactery. I guess I better pick up everything, because yeah. And we'll junk those. Use up Paragon points. Oh, I'm getting close. Getting close to that magical 400, where I'll have 2 things maxed out. Let's see what we had. We had an amulet. Haunt of Voxo summons shadow clones to your side when you stun an enemy. This effect may occur every 30 seconds. That's pretty good. I may try to get this socketed and switch it out for my Hellfire amulet, because I stun people whenever I do the thing. You know, that one thing. The bone thing. This, I think, is one I've already seen. Yeah, it's lost time. Cold skills reduce movement of speed of enemies by 30%. Your movement speed is increased by 5% for 5 seconds. Let's see if this new potion is better than my current one. My current one, there we go. So, bottomless potion of rejuvenation. Restores 20% resource when used below 50% health. I don't need that. This one increases my armor by 27%. So I will stick with the one I've got. What else did I have? Belt. I didn't even notice the belt. Dainties binding. Nokian Souls, great run. Thanks, man. You gain additional 43% damage reduction when there's an enemy afflicted by Decrepify. I don't use that one, so that's not helpful. And some pants. The Poxfolds! Good old Poxfolds. How many copies of those do we all have? 1 million.
My name is Urshi, and like when if you have a good
So, I should maybe like beef up some of those other ones, but I'm just not interested. Kind of just taking the ones that I'm using and increasing them. I like multiples of 5, so let's see if we can get that up. Okay. Once you get past 25%, boy, those increases are small. This is the other one that I have equipped, so let's put some more into it. I'm at rank, I'm level 47 in the Rift levels. So with those ones, I always have still like 100% chance. Let's see if I can... sorry, everybody. I'm doing something in the chat here. Okay, so let's see. What do I need to do? I need to sell off some junk. Let's see. I'm going to put anything away. Those are going away. Junk in that. Junk in that. And those. Those two I don't remember. Oh, dainty. I didn't even get that. Haha. Alright, I'm going to put that away so that I can suck the properties out of it later, presumably. And that one I'm going to hang on to as a reminder to myself that I want to try to socket it. But, oh yeah, let's talk to Auric. And then
My power has grown.
I'll use up those points, and then let's go check out the Challenge Rift. Because I don't know if folks have seen that yet. Auto-saving for me there. Adios. So that should only put points on movement speed till it gets to 25%. That's max. I'll have to go back and check and see what I have it, what I've set it up to. Because yeah, I was telling folks earlier, I haven't really done like a good job of like, and this is my style. I don't really try to min-max stuff too much, but at the same time, I don't want to waste points. So yeah, I will check that out. Thanks for the tip. So let's see. Yeah, we're looking at the. Oh yeah. In our chat, we have a chat bot where you can fight. Oh, we lost our fight. You have a little chat bot. You can go in and do like battles and stuff, and you get experience points for battling and for just hanging out in the chat. And I, as myself, am still number 10 on there, but just barely. So, all right. So, challenge rifts. If you haven't done these yet, these are things they set up a character for you. You do not get any choice in equipment or skills or anything, and you get some kind of prize if you can beat a rift in under a certain amount of time. I have played this rift one time. It took me 6 minutes and 46 seconds. The challenge time was 6 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm going to give it another shot here, but I don't know if I will succeed. We'll find out. I really wish that I had done one of the earlier ones, because they had like a Necromancer. I'm not super good with barbarians. But we'll come in here, we'll give it a shot, and we'll see if I can earn that prize. The nice thing is they give you a little hub here ahead of time where you can come take a look at what you have equipped. This guy is all about attacking really super fast. From what I saw the other day, you got this Oathbringer that makes your primary skills attack 50% faster and deal almost 187% extra damage. He's got a couple of different set pieces, but not like he's not getting any bonus from this one. Getting some bonus. Come on, let me scroll. There we go. Nope, not getting any bonus, set bonus from that or that. Yeah, just really. Oh, there you go. 97% of Thorns damage applied to every attack. Critical hits make people bleed. Oh, he is at least getting this bonus. Oh, there we go. That's why he's only getting that bonus, because he wants to get that bonus for the set of extra damage. But everything else, every other thing is like a piece of a set almost. Primary skills that generate resource deal 100% additional damage. So definitely this guy. You want to try and do a lot of damage, a lot of attacks with your primary resource. He's got Frenzy, and then he's got a thing that makes Frenzy stack 10 times. Frenzy makes you hit faster, so he's going to hit really fast. And then he's got Ground Stomp, and then everything else is like stuff that you turn on and it lasts for a while. So the cool thing here, the way they got this set up is you can come down here and just practice stuff, get a little used to your skills. This is the thing that I need to remember to do more, is using that skill of speeding up when I'm running around between stuff, especially. And then here is where you go in and take the challenge. So let's go and take that challenge. Like I said, don't know that I'm going to beat it, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's fun to try anyway, and it's fun to get to like.
Enemies to avoid. Time is the true opponent here.
Oh, interesting. Oh wow! Somebody hit me really hard there. Run around destroying everybody. So there we go. I got rid of that mob. I'm gonna keep on running. Oh, I forgot that. I already forgot it. Forgot to do that, whatever that speeding up running skill is. Also, this person put the
still recharging.
The ground stomp skill on R2, which is a button I don't tend to use. I play a lot of stuff on PS Vita remote play, and so yeah, it's a hassle to do that.
More time
to do stuff with the R2 button there. So I don't use it very much, and I need to remember to use that with this build here. There we go. Get these guys taken down, and get some of those nice little orbs. There we go. Orbs are our friend. And we'll just walk away from that jerk.
Cannot stand before me.
No, you cannot. Shielding. That's not going to help. We're trying to do this fast. There we go. That didn't work out too badly. Got a bunch of guys here. Where can we run to? And just keep moving all the time, I guess, is the thing with this guy. And remember to do these passives every so often when I see them. There we go. Finish these guys off before we run to the next area.
Not ready yet.
I thought so. Alright. Kind of like in areas, or in things like this, the real linear stuff. Because it means I don't have to wonder, like, oh, should I run that way? Shield pylon was nice. I think I'm doing better this time than I did the last time on time. I'm not, yeah. I'm not doing well enough, though.
Still recharging.
Still I'm behind. You can see, this guy I bet can take some molten damage. So we'll let him try. But I don't know. There we go. Pick those up and keep on moving. Guy got killed just from Thorn's damage. What do we got here? Channeling pylon. That's fun. Not as big a deal for him. Gotta keep on running here, guy. There we go. Give us a group of guys here we can take down. Yes, he does. Oops, was that my chest? Laughing? Oh, come on. We can do this. I keep on running. Never stop running. This is where I made it to last time as well. I made it to this area, but couldn't do it in time. There we go. Just need to find some guys to kill. We're at 97% here. Oh, come on.
Need more time.
Oh, not gonna make it, I'm sure. Because I'm not finding people to kill. Yep. Well, I did better this time than last time, so that's something. Remember to use my running around skills better, so that's good. Yeah, there's the Rift Guardian. You can see when he really gets going. So let's see, 6:22. All right, well I beat my old time by like 20 seconds, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's definitely better than last time. But yeah, so I think these challenge rifts are going to be fun. Just going in and trying somebody else's build, and you know, and
that was a worthy attempt. Do try again.
It'll let you just keep going back and trying over and over and over again as many times as you want. But we have reached the end of our time for today, and I had probably better call it good. Still, thanks to everybody for coming by and watching me play. I had a lot of fun starting a new person and running around with my my main character right now and trying out this challenge. Hope you had fun watching it. Thanks for 1 million new follows. Jeez, that was pretty great. Scott, thank you. If you want to come by the website, RPGFan.com is the place for all the fun. We got a review of this DLC that we put out earlier this week. It was a positive one. I mean, come by and read it because clicks are good. But yeah, I go into some more detail about a little bit of the mechanics of the new character in case you just are curious about that before you choose whether you want to buy it or not. And what else? Gosh, 1 million things. Got the YouTube channel. We got more streaming coming up during the week. You can see that down lower on our page here on Twitch and on our front page on the website. And podcasts all the time. We're actually going to do a Diablo retrospective of like all 3 games here pretty soon because this came out. Thanks for the link there, Scott. In the chat comments, put a link to the review. But for now, we'll call this good. Again, thanks everybody for showing up, and we will see you around.